Ostende, Belgium hosts a round of this prestigious championship for the 4th successive year. And as always, with 3 rounds remaining of an 8-round challenge, it's make or break for many of the 12 teams left in the competition. So 30 points for a win and just 33 separate victory Team 2 from this man, world champion Luca Ferrari. He won last time out in Norway after Saeed Altair broke down. But this time the victory man and co-driver Felix Sorales run new engines. These are difficult times for Victory Team though. The death of their star, Hamid Bouhaleba, at the Class 2 Worlds and Cows was a savage blow, but one from which they know they must rise and fight on. And for the man chosen to replace Bouhaleba, Ali Nasser bin Habala, the most difficult job of all, how he must wish these were different circumstances. Eduardo Poli left and Lamberto Leoni right have shown their new Powerboat capable of beating Ferrari and Altair, so maybe a late change of prop will bring a change in luck. No luck with pole position though. Yesterday's girls saw to that. Okay today though, and this is the course. From the start it's a long run down to Mark 1 before turning left around Mark 2, then close along the beach towards Mark E, across the line for 13.85 miles plus 9 laps of 15.29, total race distance 155.29. And this the man who hopes he will cover that in the quickest time, Saeed Altair there. As of course will all the others, they make their final preparations for the 6th showdown of the year. And a reported 80,000 spectators enjoying a window in the weather here as the Class 1 promoter, Italian Mauro Ravenna, leads the cruise from the port and into battle. The 93 champions, Carl van Harib and Ed Collier, looking to improve on this year's 3rd so far. Jacopo Carrane, number 4, still trying to regain his early season form, lies 5th. And the boat that will surely soon win, Poli and Leoni, alongside number 8, Domenico Achilli, whose continued poor form astounds the experts. But on the shoulders here rest the best hopes of an Italian win, number 1, Luca Ferrari. Well, this crew know it. Anxious moments here on board as Saeed Altair and Felix Sorales await their cue. The yellow flag held until the starter's happy they're equally at speed and in line. Well, not much of a line there. They're up around 80 miles per hour now. Well, he isn't going to get anything much better than that, I would suggest. He'll probably let them go here. Oh, and he does. That's green for go coming up. There it is. So it's 12 starters for the 6th round of the 1995 Class 1 Offshore Powerboat Championship of the World here in Ostende. All the power is on. And that, for the next hour and a half or so, is precisely where it will stay. And you have to say there probably hasn't been a more important 90 minutes in this championship since it began in 1992. On board with Saeed Altair and Felix Sorales, they lead by 33 points, knowing victory here would stretch that to at least 45 with 2 to go. But this is 4th. It's Ferrari number 1 who leads from Leoni, number 24. And if it stays like that, Altair's lead is slashed to just 12 points. Harib and Collier in 3rd, and confirmation of Altair and Sorales in 4th. Early days, of course. Moving into Mark 1, Ferrari's lead around about 200 metres. He gets there first, of course, ahead of Leoni, but he's wide. Leoni much tighter, will pick up good ground here. Harib number 3 and Altair number 2, also opting wide, keeping the power on. Well, there's the result. Leoni slipped through, but he'll have lost speed. Now then, has Ferrari got that extra momentum to catch up? Yes! Emphatically, Ferrari repays the compliment and retakes the lead. So perhaps significantly, it's the 2 boats with the gearboxes who lead the 2 without. And in a game where propeller decision is as crucial as tyre choice in Formula 1 motor racing, that could be the next deciding factor. And of course, Sorales and Altair have the new Stirling engines that can also play a part. Still in battle here though with teammates Harib and Collier number 3. Plenty of rivalry between the individual squads, each boat having its own set of mechanics and managers. Well, that's how close it is. Nothing in it on the run-in at the end of lap 1. They chase the washes of Ferrari and Leoni, who are 1st and 2nd. Behind them, but dropping back with a pretty good start for Jacopo Carrane and Francesco Piscini. They move up to 5th. So, after 13 miles, it's Ferrari number 1, just holding off Leoni, 24. Harib and Collier and Altair and Sorales locked in 3rd. Nothing in it. 7 minutes and 2 seconds, 114.93 for Ferrari. 7 minutes 11 seconds, 112.53 then for Leone. Whoa, victory 2 and 3 together there. 7 minutes 18. That's 110.73. So the positions after lap 1. Number 1, Ferrari in the Powerboat boat leads from Leone. Victory 2 and 3, 3rd and 4th. Jacopo Carenen encouraging 5th with Massimo Lippi at distance 6. 41 seconds off the pace. We pick up the action though on lap 4 and still Ferrari applies a relentless pressure here. 65 miles completed, average speed up 2 miles an hour to 114.15. But danger lurks, the lead was 16 seconds, now down to 12. And it's Leone, 24 is closing up. That's Ferrari's wash on the right. And just when we were thinking maybe Leone should have left his props as they were, well, I wonder.
Bad to the ball.
Leone, same formula, new Lamborghinis, producing 2,120 horsepower between them, stays on the shirt tails of Ferrari, but does he have enough to get past? And is this good news for our tyre? That's Reben Collier, number 3, whose washes is ahead. Yes, it's number 2, so our tyre back on course for 12 valuable points here. Another victory news. Ali Nasser, number 7, moves up to 7th. First Class 1 race, remember. Great performance. Not so good for 16 now. Giancarlo Corbelli and Alberto Diradoni out again. Lead the pole position competition, of course, but just 24 points in the Grand Prix so far this season. We're at the halfway point on lap 5. 80 miles of the 155 completed now. And Leone, 24, is on the attack again. Cuts tight on Ferrari there. Now the lead down to around 5 seconds. That's the first of the victory boats. Can't see whether it's 2 or 3-2, I think. Was 52 seconds off the lead last time around. That looks like less. So still a chink of light then for the number 2 crew, but their inconsistency is worrying. 110 they were on the first lap. They've gone down to 108, 109, now back to 111. But as they reach the 90-mile mark, Reben Collier, number 3, are through again. Oh, worrying times here for the championship leaders. End of lap 5, it's Luca Ferrari and Vincenzo Poli who have now effectively seen off the victory challenge. And this is quick, through in 46 minutes, 55 seconds. Leone now, 47 minutes, 9 seconds, so the lead is back to 13 seconds. Now then, who'll be next? Oh, and it's Reben Collier, 48.05, and Sorello's Nartire still dropping back. So this will be another sub 110 mile per hour lap, so they must have a problem. Oh, on board, the worried expressions telling the story here. Checking the gauges shows the frustration, but they must keep going. Every point in this championship will count. Well, keep going if they can, that is. Ferrari won it last year by just 3 points in the final race. He too must finish, but in his case it has to be first. And at a time of the race when he might hope to have been easing up, the pressure stays on. Leone refusing to submit here, almost matching Ferrari's staggering 117.81 miles per hour on the last lap. He stays in the wash. And of course that could be good news for the victory team. The Italians could yet break each other here. Reben Collier just posted their fastest lap, 113.68. On board with number 2, and there is big trouble. Our tyre talking about smoke earlier on. Oh, and they're slowing right down here. Off come the belts.
A lot of smoke here.
Yeah, talking about the smoke still. Now then. Oh, and there's the top chop. No sign of life from the starboard engine. Well, can't see too much smoke there, but it's a slow crawl for home. They have to cover at least 7 laps if they can to get to any points at all. Desperately, desperately bad luck now. 2 races in a row. But it's good news for Ferrari. He's romping home now in spectacular style. Laps of 114.93, 112.98 miles an hour. 115.83, 115.10. Then the killer blows. 116.56 and 117.81 before easing up here on the final laps. Surely he'll take the win and narrow the championship gap to 30 points. And frustration here for Leone and Poli. They know the boat can be quicker than Ferrari in these conditions. They opted for the smaller props, and in my book have paid the price. In the wash all the way, and still no win in 95. Still no win either for Hareb and Collier, they're third. However, number 3 is now the only boat to have scored in every round, and also upholds a victory tradition, that of finishing on the podium at every Grand Prix since they joined the series 3 years ago, some record. And so, after just 1 hour and 18 minutes, Luca Ferrari and Vincenzo Poli cross the line, take the 30 points, and put themselves back in with a realistic chance of picking up the world title. And that's surely something even they will find difficult to believe. 8 weeks ago, they were 63 points behind and had virtually conceded defeat. Now, they go to Dubai for the final 2 rounds on the crest of a wave. But it won't be easy for any of them. Leone and Poli, home in second, could still have a big say in where the trophy goes. So the scoreboard then, confirming the Italian 1-2 with Hareb and Collier flying the victory flag in third. Incidentally, Altair and Sorellis completed the 7th lap, but it wasn't quick enough. They failed to score. Overall, they still lead, but now it's by a thread. Ferrari closes in. Hareb and Collier could also still do it, and so could Leone, technically, that is, but it would take a miracle. So it's anyone's guess on whose sideboard the World Championship trophy will finally rest in 95, though I have a strange feeling it will end up in Dubai. There's a strong resolve there to conquer for the one man who won everything else, but never the world crown. Hamid Bouhaleba. See you next week.